Oh, it's so great.
Yeah, but even it started off with what was it? New Jack City.
New Jack City. Yep.
Mm.
I'm gonna shoot you so bad, my dick is hard. Funniest movie, the funniest line of all time. Like, really?
And with
Really?
that, I think we're back on YouTube. Anyway, we'll see.
Woo!
It was great. Great timing. Great timing. Excellent.
Listen.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody, we back on
Yeah.
all channels.
Excellent.
Yeah, we got some classics of the crew on the Facebook. We got Linda in the house. We got Kathleen in the house.
Kathleen, Lynn, Ashley's in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, put your favorite cult classic that you loved. Uh,
What
that
makes
you
something
saw.
a cult classic?
Is that it was not considered a popular mainstream thing. It did not have big commercial success. It did not win any awards. It was something that a few people really appreciated and became significant as an underground phenomenon.
Buckaroo
Okay.
Banzai.
Yeah, Buckaroo Banzai is that
Um,
work.
Uh, what's the Robert Townsend's Hollywood Shuffle?
Mm.
I own that movie on DVD.
Hollywood Shuffle was awesome.
It's one of the best movies of all time. There's a line in it when they're boycotting his house. Because they said he had sold out, right? And a buddy of mine and I had that shit memorized like in elementary school, or I guess it was high school.
Yo,
And
my
you know
favorite
how
part.
you know how you forget things that matter, but random shit like that is stuck in your brain forever. Bobby Taylor is a 2-bit ghost smelling spook. We stand there like a bunch of niggas going to a lynching in Georgia because he chooses to buck his eyes, yank on his dick, and pull those raggedy skid mark drawers out the crack of his ass. I have nothing else to say about Bobby Taylor. And then he storms off. That will never leave my brain. Never. Never. I'll forget
Yeah.
my kids' names before I forget that. Which is terrible.
Mhm.
Terrible.
Yo, my favorite part is, well, other than
Whack.
black acting school,
Oh, God.
was Winky Dinky Dog.
Oh yeah.
Winky, dinky, dog.
Man.
That was just such an all-star cast.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it was like
everybody
everybody
was-
before they blew up.
Yeah, everybody was in that
Yo,
movie, too.
I was watching this interview with Robert Townsend, like, I don't know, like 15 years ago. He was like, basically he said he had a J.C. Penney's credit card and he maxed it out buying the wardrobe for everybody.
Yeah.
He like did the whole movie financed by his credit card. Just
There's
shoot
as a matter of
strings,
fact,
y'all.
he just did he was just on Questlove's podcast maybe a week ago, a week or two ago. I gotta check that out. Shout out to Robert Townsend, man. That dude completely just Meteor Man, another one.
Oh yes, Meteor Man. Didn't they have Cisco in it?
No, you're.
Oh, does
you're
everybody
thinking-
look like Cisco?
Everybody looked like Cisco because they all had they had dyed blonde hair, including Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Another Bad Creation was in it. That's what it was.
What?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they were all dressed. And Bill Cosby.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Mhm.
Before his,
it's a long
incident
time ago.
was a long time back when we still liked him.
It was in a galaxy far, far away.
Yes.
Before the colossal heel turn.
Arguably the biggest heel turn of all time.
Oh my God, yes.
Mhm.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, that was even worse than Hulk Hogan's heel turn.
Have any of you
Yeah,
guys
because-
seen this ridiculous Japanese movie called Happiness of the Katakuris?
No.
I have not. I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah, mentioned by Aaron in the Facebook chat. I think we might have to add that to our on tour movie playlist. And let's see. speaking of things you can add to Gangstagrass playlists, is that one of the things in the Kickstarter, Wrench? Am I remembering this correctly? That you can add you can add a song for Gangstagrass to listen to.
Yeah,
as we're going around the world.
All of the pledges above a certain amount come with getting to pick a song for us to listen to in the tour vein.
And we will.
Mm-hmm.
We will. Actually, how many of y'all have seen Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind?
I know about the Nausicaans in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
They're not good at billiards, but they like to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Related?
Our son's offline right now, I guess, but I know he and I share a lot of movies that were kind of like on TV when we were kids and have been like attempted to be forgotten by the world, but we never will. One of them being the movie made out of Beatles songs, but starring the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton and lots of guest stars, called Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. That was bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's amazing.
Wait, is that not a cartoon? Am I thinking of Yellow Submarine?
That's Yellow Submarine.
Okay, I've never seen either one. I just
no,
assumed
this
that
one,
any Beatles song
this
related
one
movie
does not
was
have the
a
Beatles
cartoon.
in it.
Are you talking about one of my favorite movies?
Yeah, I was just saying how you and I have a lot of movies from when we were kids that we remember that the world is trying to forget.
That is one of the most. There was so much cocaine involved in that movie. Like you can smell it watching the movie. Like, what is that smell? That's the smell of cocaine coming through the screen. But it's hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got all these people involved. George Burns. George Burns is in that.
I totally forgot there was that period of time when George Burns was everywhere.
George Burns was in it. Steve Martin, Alice Cooper.
Was George Burns playing God like he typically did?
No, he was
playing himself, right?
He was the mayor, Mr. Kite.
Yeah.
Who else was in that?
Did you say Steve Martin? Did you say Steve Martin?
Steve Martin, Aerosmith, Earth, Wind and Fire, Billy Preston. It was just like, what's happening here? And half of them were trying to act, and it was insane. It was so weird that, like, Aerosmith, not only were they in the movie, but they were like the villains.
Yeah.
It was, God, that movie was just bananas. Absolutely bananas. I really would like to just everybody. I like to hope they tried to do a reunion and everybody was like, no, I'm not. No, what are you, crazy? No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anybody to know I was involved in this at all.
Papa Duke in the YouTube says Office Space and Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Hedwig yet. I've been meaning to, but Office Space, I've seen that like so many times. Like, so this was, I don't know, like 20 years ago. It was like my second job. Me and like a couple of my coworkers watched that movie one night, and then we just did not go to work the next day. We were just like, we need to think about some things.
I do always notice when somebody has one of those beautiful red swing line staplers.
Yo, they actually did not make that stapler in red until after that movie.
Oh.
It didn't come in red.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, yo, so with that stapler though, bro? Let me get one of them Johns.
But now I also recognize just how much flair a waitress or waiter has on. When I go to one of those.
Yes.
Like,
definitely.
I mean, although it's been a while since the last time I've been to like one of those places. I think I went to a TGI Fridays in Glasgow, Scotland, for my son's 4th birthday, and they had a dramatic amount of flair.
I had a bad experience when I went to a TMI Fridays. But I know another one that Arson and I saw when we were kids was Bugsy Malone.
Oh, dude.
Another one that is
Oh, that's the one where, like, instead of bullets, there's, like, whipped cream or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like kids playing a mob's movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Scott Baio and
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster?
Yeah. But it was the same year that she was in Taxi Driver.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is going on in your life?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a wild movie, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bizarre.
Again, before his heel turn.
It was way before his heel turn. That was when Scott Baio. Scott Baio didn't even heel turn until after Charles in Charge.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think it happened after Charles in Charge, because then people were just like, okay, this is the last thing we want to see you in, dude. And
ooh.
That's been some of the most heartbreaking stuff in life. Like watching people that you were like, I love this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait.
I think what happened. I think it's what it is that they play like one cheesy role that they get really big off of, and then nobody wants to see them anymore after that. And then they just like, you know what? This is my super villain origin story. It's like the guy who played Hercules. I can't even remember his name anymore.
Kevin Sorbo. Yeah, same thing.
He went whack job.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Now, Kevin Sorbo went whack job after his second really bad show. You know, Hercules. All right, cool, whatever. You ever see Andromeda?
That did not happen. Nope.
Andromeda was like.
No, that one did not happen. I wiped that from my memory. That was so bad.
It was like, it wasn't Star Trek. It was like Space Quest. It was. Oh man, but not like as amazing as Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest was way better.
Galaxy Quest. Oh, Galaxy Quest is magnificent.
I would actually want to see the whole series.
I would watch the shit out of Galaxy Quest series.
I still haven't made it through Galaxy Quest.
How come they haven't made a Galaga movie yet?
Haven't they?
Give it time.
Mm-mm.
Give it time, my friend.
Yeah.
The closest they came to that was Pixels.
Yeah. Max the Threat says he loves the geeky conversation, and that is what you're going to get with us, because we are a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, you should have heard what we were talking about before the stream. Like the problem with the team stream is that like we all get on the Zoom and we start talking, and a whole bunch of interesting stuff happens before we ever go live. So
yes.
Sorry.
And as usual, I don't know what the agenda was, but we are not on it.
We're not.
Not at all. But that's actually, I was trying to get to that.
Okay.
We're talking about like people that go terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The whole John Schneider thing with him hating on Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first of all, who was John Schneider? Somebody said something about
he was
Dukes
one
of
of the
Hazzard.
Duke boys.
Okay.
John Schneider was one of the Duke boys.
So he was not Boss Hogg or Daisy. He was one of those other two people?
Yes.
Okay. You can see how much I watched that show. Not at all.
Now, more importantly for me, though, he was Jonathan Kent on Smallville. He was Clark Dad.
He was.
Right? So if you know anything about Superman mythology, like, his whole thing was that, you know, he got all of who he is from his parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and his dad died when in various versions of the mythology. He in the current comic book canon, he's still alive, but in various versions of it, his dad died, and he just sort of spends a lot of time just sort of remembering his dad's wisdom, so on and so forth. So for the guy that played Jonathan Kent to be a piece of shit, like, come on.
You want to bring anybody watching the stream up to speed on what you're talking about?
All right, so he was talking about Beyonce's foray into country music, and
we, for the record, welcome Beyonce to the neighborhood.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Beyonce been in the neighborhood.
She was born in the neighborhood.
Indeed. She's lived in this neighborhood. She moved. She was not hanging out here for a good long time, and that's okay. But but
she just came back and bought a house back in the neighborhood.
Exactly,
right,
exactly.
right.
She's reestablished residency, and that's great. That's a great thing.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Was he Bo or Luke? I don't remember which Duke boy he was, but
he was Bo.
Okay, Bo Duke here.
Maybe it was Luke.
Compared her to a dog marking its territory.
Which
I'm like, word.
See,
again,
I had to rewatch the entire interview just to be sure I heard him right.
When someone says something like that, should they not first ask themselves, is the thing I'm about to accuse someone else of doing the thing I'm doing right now?
Or maybe just ask yourself, is this at all a good thing to say? People sometimes get into the discussion and then forget maybe that they're on camera and they just say things and it's dumb.
Yeah, that's how it definitely feels like that. Like he was just like, well, my mouth is open.
But it all it did is it reminded me why I never had a General Lee car. One of those Dukes of Hazzard Hot Wheels cars with the Confederate flag on the top of it.
I did. I definitely had a General Lee in my Hot Wheels collection. I used to watch that show religiously.
That's crazy because you were from Philadelphia.
Every little black dude I know watched the Dukes of Hazzard, just because. I mean, they was jumping over shit in cars. Daisy, and they was running for the cops. All right, cool. This seems interesting enough.
43 T-Roy in the comments made a comment that I also was thinking when you guys were trying to decide if it was Bo or Luke. And so you're telling me that one of the characters in the Dukes of Hazzard was actually named Luke Duke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dookie Dookie.
Yeah, see, that's... Okay.
Yes, that was it. That was his real ass name.
Yeah, well...
Keep in mind, the other one's name was Bo.
I mean, that was probably short for Beauregard
or something. That was probably
short
for like Robert or something like that.
Yeah, I know a couple of Bo's.
Bonathan. It was short for Bonathan.
Bonathan.
Love right back to you, Chattanooga.
Oh yeah, we need to get back down to the nukes. It was.
And that's the other funny part about that show. They were all cousins.
Everybody in that town was a cousin except for Roscoe and Boss Hogg.
Wait, Daisy was their cousin?
Yes,
yeah,
Daisy
Bo and Luke and Daisy were all cousins. And Uncle Jesse was their uncle, but he was none of their father.
Wait, they had an Uncle Jesse?
Do we know this?
How many shows have Uncle Jesse's?
See, the thing is, he allegedly was none of their father.
Yeah, Ray, as far as anybody ever admitted to.
Secretly, he was their uncle, father, all of that.
Yeah. Gussie Miller on Facebook is noting that he wasn't allowed to watch Dukes of Hazzard as a kid because of the Confederate flag that featured heavily on that car, etc.
Now, Gussie Miller, by the way, is my cousin. And Aunt Frederica was doing a better job than Aunt Claudia was. We watched the shit out of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, we watched it.
No, I'm dead serious though. That is my cousin Gus.
What's up?
Even the horn on that car was racist. That was great.
Wait, what was the horn?
It played Dixie, right?
Yes. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It could not have been more racist.
Look away.
Yet.
Well, so why are we surprised by this guy making this comment now?
Because he was Jonathan Kent.
I think I wasn't surprised. This thing is that I'm surprised he said it out loud on TV.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the part that breaks my heart. The fact that you had the audacity to play the guy that raised Superman. Right. I think just because of that, he should have been like, you know what, I'm not gonna be out here on the street saying shit like this. Nope. I have a reputation to uphold.
While we're on the topic, we mentioned that it kind of feels like the last week or two since Beyonce said that she's making a country album, like all hell has broke loose, and folks are freaking out. You know, we've been here talking about the legacy of the racialization of country music and how people think it's white music, but it's actually black music for a minute. And
so for several minutes.
And now it's like a national conversation going on, which is awesome. You know, I appreciate that Beyonce was like, here, let me put that on the big stage.
Yeah, I think it's. I feel like I kind of feel like it's like you have that. It's like having that one cousin that made it big, and then they decide to throw a huge party and bring all the cousins through. And it's like, wait a minute, who are all these people? These my relative. So it's like, you know, that's what it kind of feels like. Because folks are freaking out, and they're like, and we're sitting here like, nah, we've been here, we've been here.
Yeah, like until last week,
and there's a lot more of us.
Until last week, if I saw like a TikTok or an Instagram or something where somebody was talking about how, you know, the banjo was descended from an African instrument or how the roots of country music are black, I was like, ooh, wow, somebody else is talking about this. And now it's like everybody's trying to get in on it.
Right.
Yo,
it feels like in the '90s when I was trying to get on my, like when I was in college and I was trying to get my East Coast homies into Southern hip hop.
I would imagine.
I'm like, no, for real, we can rap down here. And they're like, nah, y'all ain't rapping like that. And I was like, no. I put them on the UGK, and they're like, what's this?
So I'm watching this this Jazzy Jeff was it playlist live that he did Friday night, right? It was like in his studio with his team Mag Mob, and he had a bunch of different musicians in there, and Black Thought was there, and De La was there, and it was insane. And I need a copy of this thing really bad because fucking Tariq, your man goes, we create Van Goghs with banjos and fiddles. I was like, I need that. I need it. I need it scratched. I need a whole copy of this whole thing for Lizzy T to scratch for a new Gangstagrass song. It needs to be a thing. So I have to find it. And I'm going to download the whole thing. It was like 3 hours long. I'm going to download the whole thing just to get that part.
We like chase them down and get it.
I'm trying. I'm doing my damnedest because I need that. It needs to be a thing.
So I have a question.
I just pulled my elbow somehow. Yeah, go ahead.
It was so funny. Got your funny bone. So what, if anything, is wrong with calling country music American music?
Nothing wrong with it.
Not calling it black music, not calling it white music. It's just its origins are in, people in America of all stripes and sizes and shapes. And
I think what it is that it's, when it comes to that, a lot of times you have to illuminate the source, or else it does not get acknowledged. It's like if you look up American in like an image database, you're just gonna pick up, just some generic white guy usually.
So American music, not American music, period.
Sure. I mean, I do think the origins illuminated are multiracial, which is awesome. And so, technically, yeah, it's also white music. It's white music and black music. But we don't need to say it's white music because that's already been...
It's diasporic music.
Yeah.
It's music that would not happen where they're not a diaspora.
Yeah.
I mean, America wouldn't happen if there were not a diaspora.
Right.
Well, at least not the America as we know it.
And in particular, Southern music from America.
Right.
I mean, this would be,
Right.
many native lands, if not for diasporatic effects.
Right. There we go. Yeah, because you get, it comes, you get it because of things like the blues and the gospel and all that stuff. But, you don't get the gospel without the spirituals.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get the blues without Congo Square.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Accept. Good note. So, what are you guys excited about this week? What's got you all excited about things?
We weren't just talking
pumping
about
your purple fist in the air.
We were just talking about the new graffiti towers in LA.
Yeah.
Which are awesome.
Dude, that's my favorite thing in the world.
So what really happened? Tell us what happened.
All right, so several years ago, I forget the name of this investor, dude. I'm gonna look it up on my tablet.
Some Chinese company, right?
Yeah, they paid this guy to build these 3 giant towers, and he was supposed to do all this stuff, and then it turned out to be a giant scam, and he went to jail for it. I believe he wound up going to jail. So there are these 3 like 50-foot towers or 50-story towers, right? In downtown LA, with that, they didn't get finished. And so a bunch of different cats went and put giant graffiti pieces on the balconies of them, right? On like the glass doors of the balconies, all over these things, right? And nobody, this was happening, and then a guy that lived near there called the police because he said it was an eyesore and all this kind of stuff. And so there's all these different, like, now they're doing all this extra security around it, but there's a bunch of 50. I'm looking at a headline now. It says these Chinese developers' empty LA towers could cost $2 billion to finish. Los Angeles finally tackles $1.5 billion eyesore, quote unquote, graffiti towers left vacant by China real estate bust. And it's like, you know what? What somebody should do is just, whoever did it, whoever owns it, take the L. Somebody in hip hop should be like, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Let's buy these towers. Let's maintain these graffiti pieces because there's some fantastic pieces on there. And then, turn this into our headquarters. Turn this, you know what I mean? Put hip hop, old school hip hop cats that didn't really, that didn't really blow up like that are barely getting by. Put them up there. Like,
you could make it the World Hip Hop Museum.
Right.
These I feel like this is like one of the largest scale collaborative artworks that can be looked at on a society level. I feel like it's like anthropologically significant.
It really is, man. Like there was a bunch of scaffolding up on it, and I'm looking at the article now. The scaffolding was helping cats like climb up the buildings, climb up the buildings and tag these things, and it was just like they were all right. So they were going to be housed hotel and luxury condos, but the project stalled when the Beijing-based developer ran out of money. Oceanwide was the name of the company. It announced the ambitious project in downtown LA when it was expanding aggressively in the U.S. And then only for the election of Donald Trump in 2016 and Xi Jinping's reaction to it to drastically change each country's policy. Changing country policy, climate change, heavily leveraged Chinese conglomerates. And so a bunch of cats were like, all right, we're just going to start tagging this thing. And then there it was. And now it's just a tower of all of these graffiti pieces on the balconies. And it looks like and it's magnificent.
Yeah.
It's absolutely magnificent. Too. And I feel like it's the kind of thing that hip hop as a culture, like, you know, it's a lot of cats out here with a lot of money. Put some of that money there. At least buy one of them. You know, somebody take the penthouse and be like, this is where I'm running my operations from now. I don't care who. T.I., you got a whole bunch of money. Rick Ross, you got a bunch of money. All these cats got a bunch of money. You all got people out in L.A. Like, this is easy.
Hip-hop
this
hotel.
Is an easy.
I feel I feel like Dr. Dre could buy that building.
Yeah, like at least one of them.
Yeah, I mean, T.I. and Rick Ross are more likely to lock down Atlanta or Miami. You know?
Buy a floor. I'm just saying I'm saying hip hop in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, Ice-T, that's that. Yo, don't you run L.A., man? Come on. Somebody in hip hop. Yeah. You know what I mean?
At the very least, I feel like if it was finished, it could be made into a significant amount of housing in a city where housing is a premium and it's scarce.
You know how great it would be to buy a condo overlooking LA with a beautiful ass graffiti piece on your glass? Come on. Like, where? I'm upset. This whole thing upsets me. This should be easy.
Sleeves, can I screen share so people can actually see?
I think so. Give it a shot. See how it goes.
Okay. Let's see. I don't need sound or anything.
No.
So here we go. Check this out. I mean, this is just amazing.
Like, that's astounding.
The whole
and these aren't just like little tags. These are full pieces.
Yeah,
man.
some are multi stories, aren't they? Like there's some that were like
guys have like multiple stories.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. Like
right, and because of its proximity to the crypto.com stadium, it's always gonna have eyes on it.
Exactly. It really does. Just it should be. It really should be something that. Wow, there was a base jumping stunt from there the other day.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, the thing is that folks been using it for base jumping for a while.
All right. I think we got to take a break for a special message. We'll be right back after this message, which is we got a Kickstarter program going on to finish our new album, which is going to be amazing. And we need your support, folks. We need you to get in there at gangstagrass.com/kickstart. We'll put the link in the chat. We are close to 28,000. We need a couple hundred more. So if a handful of you watching right now go away to put in some pledges, and we could get over 28K tonight, we will celebrate. We'll shout out anybody whose pledge comes in while we're on the stream and celebrate you. But everybody head on over right now and help us make this album incredibly awesome. We're 100% independent, so basically you are making the labels irrelevant when you join in on this.
And also we like to shout out and give a big thanks to everyone who has pledged so far, getting us to this point. You've gotten us to the point to where yes, we are definitely going to be making vinyl now, which is
which is a big deal. Which is a big deal.
Because shoot, I want 2 of them vinyls.
Right?
Ones
Like,
and the twos.
You are going to want
how do
these.
I get one?
Yeah.
Do I get one of those?
Yes, I'm buying them.
Yeah, everybody's going to want these, and they're not all going to get them, because what you're getting when you pledge in this campaign is you're going to get, from the first printing, the hand-numbered first printing edition of the CD or the vinyl, or both.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And they are going to look nice.
Well, hand-numbered editions. Come on, dog.
Rich, isn't there like an option to where if there's a pledge tier that people get pledge in and actually get personalized vinyl? Am I correct?
Yeah, there's some levels there where you definitely get a signed copy of the vinyl and the CD.
No, I mean,
like personalized vinyl.
There was a vinyl record.
Yes.
Where there's a personalized version.
Yeah, that's what the super VIPs and up will get a 7-inch record, of which only one is made, and it is for you. And you get shout outs on the song on that 7-inch record. And you're the only one that has it.
Yeah, and then last time we did this, that was a whole lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I got up in the studio and I was just like, all right. And it just started.
That was a good time. I forgot all about that.
And Sleeves would probably attest to it. I did my best to make sure every one of those versions was a unique snowflake.
And we got one. We got a shout out right now to Ace Pumpkin coming in.
Ace Pumpkin!
Ace Pumpkin,
Thank
you're
you
the
so
best.
much, Ace
You're
Pumpkin.
the best. Keep them coming, folks.
Oh, look at that.
Ace Pumpkin has the greatest name ever. Yeah. Shout out to Ace Pumpkin for having the greatest name ever.
No relation to David S. Pumpkins. Whole different guy.
It really is.
They're distant cousins.
It's a spectacular name. It is a. Yeah, apparently 43 and the Duke boys are cousins too. So that whole cousin thing is going far tonight.
Yep. See.
Yep.
Oh, cousins.
I'm excited. One of the things I'm excited about is the DC launch party for the album.
Yes.
So we're over here working out the details for that, but we know that it's gonna happen, and that's one of the things that you can get tickets to via the Kickstarter. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited about the DC launch party.
What did I know about what?
Well, I guess you weren't paying attention. I'm not really sure what to say. It's kind of all over this Kickstarter here.
You were distracted.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the. I think when we talked about it, you were enamored with your cat.
Yes, your cat did. Yeah, your cat was there. That's true. So we got the Gangstagrass new album launch party happening in DC, and if you're like, oh, there's no way I'll be able to make it to DC, we're also doing a special Zoom with the members of the band and gonna hang out and do essentially a launch party via Zoom as well. So if you're not in a position to get all the way to DC, you still have an option to take part in the launch. So that's the stuff I'm most excited about with the Kickstarter. Yeah. And just the higher it goes, the more we can do to get the message out and to get the music out. And especially in a time when people are finally starting to pay more attention to this kind of music, the kind of music that Gangstagrass has been making for more than a decade now. This is the time. This is the time to get that message out. So a bunch of you guys already have unique links that you can share out, and when people back the album on the Kickstarter page with those unique links, we'll see that came from you. If you guys are watching this and you're like, I want one of those, I want to be able to share out a unique link, you can drop us a line at gangstagrasscrew@gmail.com and ask for those. Those of you who got the unique links, they are from an email address. I believe it's hello@craftservices.com. So if you haven't gotten a link but you asked for one, check your email, check your spam folder for something from hello@craftservices.com. So they have all been sent out, but if you haven't gotten yours and you're waiting for it, gangstagrasscrew@gmail.com. You can just drop us a line and let us know. That's right. There's special stuff for people who do the unique links. We'll pick one person randomly who brought people in with their unique link to get a very special prize, and also whoever brings in the most with their unique link will get a very, very, very special prize.
And thanks to Ace Pumpkin, we only need 150 to make it to the 28K tonight. There's like 10 of you in the Facebook. If each of you, went on there and got the $15 level, we'd be breaking through that wall. So head on over.
Yeah, man. Who else who else supported today? Shout out to Kelly R. Coin.
Yeah.
Our good buddy from New York, actor extraordinaire and tremendous Gangstagrass fan. Shout out to Kelly. Somebody else threw up a little bit today too.
And Tanya wants to up her donation. We'll talk to you after the stream, because it doesn't make sense for us to try to start doing tech support in the middle of our team stream.
That's true.
We got you though.
Yeah, and the very basics of it, for anybody who was curious about that, if you just go to the project page, right at the top there's a banner that says Manage Your Pledge, and you can click on the little button, like it'll say you're a backer. Manage your pledge. You click on the little button that says Manage Your Pledge, and one of the options there, it'll show you what you've already pledged, and one of the options there is Change Your Pledge, and you can do that way. So anybody can do that. You can always, if you're like, you know what, I did the $15 because I was like, I don't need any physical objects, but that vinyl sounds really sweet, and it is gonna be. You can manage your pledge and make a change to get the vinyl if you would like. Yeah.
Everybody tuning in on Twitch, we see you out there. Talk to us in the chat, and pop over to the Kickstart link and be part of getting this thing up over the threshold of 28K tonight.
Yes, big ups to I Am Curious Mauve out there. Already supported the Kickstarter, one of the early supporters. Really appreciate that backing. Thanks, bud. Yeah. Okay.
Uh-oh. I'm seeing some people asking about some things.
Well, let's see how things go. When we hit 30, I will consider letting the publicist loose on the album name.
Yeah, we're still holding on to it a little bit longer, because it's gonna be special when we tell folks.
Oh yeah,
what we're doing.
Yep. We're very, very excited. Very excited. Awesome. Okay. All right. So we'll come back to that. We'll do a few more minutes here, and
we do have a.
Yeah. Yes.
Do we want to have them in anticipation of the thing that is to come in a couple weeks?
Oh yeah, there's a whole new single coming out. That's true. So you've been listening to The Only Way Out Is Through, featuring 15-time Grammy winner Jerry Douglas on Dobro. And the next song that's coming out was recorded at Royal Studios in Memphis with the amazing Boo Mitchell. If you look up Royal Studios Memphis, you look up Boo Mitchell, you look up Willie Mitchell, the legend, you will see so many artists that you know, everything from Al Green's Greats to Uptown Funk, all out of Royal Studios.
And for the hip hop buffs out there, one of the most coveted hip hop albums that nobody outside of a very select few have ever heard was recorded there.
One that may cost $1 million.
Well, more than that, because he paid like $2 something. Yes, that famous Wu-Tang album that was that only one copy was made of. That is now property of the U.S. government.
The got it now. It's just the greatest thing, the most absurd thing ever. It's the most absurd thing ever.
That's where Nicolas Cage hid the map.
You know, the other crazy thing about that is that you know, when you look at all the stuff that happened there and all the, you know, the amazing stuff that's been recorded there, what was it? It's Love and Happiness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, just about everything he did there.
Yeah, but like just the fact that
the
like
sound of stuff,
the sound from the beginning of Love and Happiness, that like that wood knock sound came from a Coke crate that they used just to start the session. Mm-hmm. It's still there.
Yeah, well, I was just like looking at it, just like, look at this old crate. And then Boo Mitchell's like, you know what that crate was? That
and
was the start of
he just stomped on it, and we was immediately recognized it.
That's so crazy. But I do think that we are making history with the single that's about to come out. I will make the claim that it is the first song that anybody has ever said, that's a sexy mandolin solo.
And that's all, and the thing is that no. To be honest, that's the second time.
Oh yeah.
The first time they're gonna hear that though, because the first time was another song. It just happened to be the same person playing the mandolin sexily.
Yeah.
It really was just.
Yeah, we got two very sexy songs coming out on this album.
Yeah, we got some sexy Mando.
Yeah.
Wow. And
that should be on a T-shirt. Sexy Mando.
That's a nice idea. It's a nice idea. It's a merch possibility. I dig it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing about Royal is like, it's just, I don't know, the spirit of the house, the spirit of that place is just when you're in there with all these instruments that all these historic, fantastic records have been made on, and they still just keep those instruments there because they got the magic, the mojo is on them. Mm-hmm. So you get in there, you start touching and playing around with stuff, some stuff happens. Like we came there with like the intention to do some things, and then we did a whole lot more.
Did a whole lot.
Yeah, and I was remembered that we got in there and we're like, this place has the vibe, just in the atmosphere. So we need to build these tracks from scratch here, from the ground up. So I was on the drum set. Yeah. Pharaoh was on the bass. D'Angelo was playing some Wurlitzer keys. And we laid down the grooves and then put things on top of them.
We got Randy singing.
Yes.
That could be a fun stretch goal. Draws with no waistband. Yep.
Yo.
That would be, stretch goal. I don't know. Maybe that should just be a hidden track.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that at all.
75K. We will hide that.
75K. We put that with Joe. 75K. We would do a video for that one.
Yeah, for sure. But we are brainstorming.
I want a sequin jacket.
What kind of cool stuff we will offer once we get to 35K, 40K. We have some very cool stuff to offer. We've got a second mixtape that we can put on cassette and send folks. We've got
I forgot
all kinds of goodies, we can do
they haven't
remixes.
Even heard everything off of that.
That's right. Yeah. Nope. That's right. You know Appalachia Love. Just wait.
Yeah,
we got a lot of
we went back into the crates and dug up some classics and put our stank on them.
Yes.
Wait a minute. We shot video of all of that.
We have videos,
all that stuff, dude.
So the videos could go to the Kickstarter backers if we get to 35K. So get some money in there, folks. Gangstagrass.com/Kickstart, and there's good things coming your way.
If somebody can get me Paul Reed from the 76ers phone number. His motto is out the mud. I'm like, we need to get him our out the mud. Like, I gotta find this dude.
Yeah, and we got Jennifer just increased her pledge.
Hey. Yay!
So big shout outs there.
Thank
Helping
you,
us
Jennifer.
get there. Yeah.
Huzzah.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on the last name pronunciation, but it's either Jacob or Jacob, and we will figure that out. But big props to Jennifer, big props to Ace Pumpkin, coming in with the support tonight. You could be shouted out next.
Yep. And props to Becky and Jerry and Brian and Robin and Bob and Kelly. You know, I heard from all these guys today supporting. One of them supported for no reward. Now I want to say that's a totally legit thing to do. I would recommend, if you're going to do that, go at least to the 15, and then if you want to support more on top of that, go for it. Because if I think a lot of people are like, oh well, I don't want anything physical, and I'll just be streaming the music anyway or what have you. But to pledge at that $15 level is really great, because it will get you a download of the album, and that helps in general. It counts for things like charting and stuff like that, so that actually does matter to the kind of statistics-y bottom line. So if you're trying to get nothing physical, you can do that $15 Super Fuel package for nothing physical, and then if you're wanting to add on more just as an extra support for the album to help reach some of those stretch goals, you can totally do that on top of that.
And that'll definitely help us to mosey up the chart a little bit.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Right.
indeed.
So it's just Gen 424242, 4242, 42 in the house.
So many, we used to do these live streams during the lockdowns, and we got to know so many of you guys, and like it's been amazing since we've been back on the road to have people come up to us at the shows and be like, hey, it's me, and a lot of times they'll introduce themselves like, hey, it's Lexi, and it's like, that's amazing. It's Asimism. Oh, okay. Yeah, we totally know you from the Twitch. Thank you for being here. And it's been really great to meet folks in person and see everybody at the shows.
Yeah, like when we met Jaramillo, man. I was like, yo, the man in the flesh.
That's a funny boy, dude. I love that dude.
Cool.
He amuses the hell out of me.
Yeah.
He was one of the many people that was amused at the thing I saw today, where yeet is the opposite of yoink.
That's right.
I was like, oh, it really is though.
It checks out.
I was like, oh my god! Like if you grab something, it's like yoink, and if you get rid of something, you're like yeet. I was like, oh, holy dude! I saw that on Twitter, and I spent about 15 minutes laughing about it today. I was like, I spent like a good portion of my lunch break today just laughing about that. Like what? Like why is this so fun to me? Because it makes perfect sense. And so yeah. I don't even know where I was going with that. But
because it was like the Lord yeeteth and the Lord yoinketh away.
Yoinketh away. Yes, absolute brilliance. Utter
crazy, man.
Eating and yoinking. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so it looks like it's Jacob.
Sound like cereal.
But we're gonna say Gen 424242.
Yes.
Because that's how we know you and love you.
Yes.
And we hope to see you again sometime soon, traveling around.
That's right. We're adding more shows. There's more shows getting added all the time. We've got our awesome booking agents working on that. If you know of a place where Gangstagrass should do a show, get in touch with that venue. Let them know that you would like to see Gangstagrass in your hometown or wherever it may be, and they can get in touch with us via our website, via our booking agents at Bicoastal Productions. They can also send an email to gangstagrasscrew@gmail.com. Any of those are great ways to get in touch with us. And and help spread the Gangstagrass. We've got some really exciting stuff going on for the summer. We've got festivals coming. Nothing announced yet, or we would tell you. But keep an eye on that gangstagrass.com/events page. And get ready to come to DC in June for the launch party.
And if there is a festival or a venue that you'd like to see Gangstagrass come and play at, you should tell them that you want them to book us. That helps a lot when they hear from fans that there's a demand for it.
Yes.
You know what you guys should play?
What? Yeah, so be like, go tell them to give our people a call, with your sleeves on the case.
That's right.
We'll show up to the place, the rock in your face, give you all the taste.
Yeah, I do think. Yeah, nice one, nice. I do think you guys are sort of pointing to in a very very pleasant and roundabout way a key problem, a key disconnect between venues and fans and bands. A lot of times fans will just like come up to the band and be like, you know what you should do? You should play. Go ahead, fill it in, guys. You should play.
Hardly Strictly.
Hardly Strictly. That's right.
That's the one that's always been the thing.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's others that we hear like that, but Hardly Strictly is a great example. But if you really want to see a band that you like play a venue or a festival that you like, as Wrench says, the way to go is to tell that venue, to tell that festival that this is what you want to see at the festival. Because it means a lot more coming from the festival attendees than it does coming from the band.
The band, yeah.
Hey, we gotta give a big shout out.
Woo!
Shout out right now to Amanda Parr,
Woo!
coming in strong.
All right.
We love you. That's awesome.
Thank you,
Big ups, Amanda.
Amanda. Yes.
Yo, I want to do the offices of Hardly Strictly like LL did in Crush Groove with Rick Rubin, and then when he just rolled up in the joint was like, box. My radio, believe me, I like that's how I want to do Hardly Strictly. I want to roll up on Hardly Strictly like that.
We should roll in like we did at Folk Alliance the first time.
Huh?
Maybe not. Roll up like we did Folk Alliance.
Yeah, we did just roll in. Oh my God, I'll never forget. That was so amazing.
Show up.
God.
We live here now.
It's like,
right.
Yo. It was like, it's Gangstagrass. Deal with it.
Yeah,
Pretty much. The fire marshal. Fire marshal.
Fire marshal's a fan now.
Yes. He was like, I was trying to shut this down, but I can't get in.
Yeah, what I'm talking about.
Truly, too many people in the room.
Was that the first one or the second one?
That was the first one.
No, that
was the second one. They didn't even bother with the fire marshal.
Yeah, they didn't bother with the fire marshal.
Just like
first one,
It's like don't tell the fire marshal. He doesn't need to know this is happening right now.
It was like, you mean that guy in the back with the drink?
That's fine.
Oh,
that's fine.
The guy with the beer, that's the fire marshal.
Yeah, right. The guy in the back with the Molson, he's the fire marshal. He's fine.
Reminds me of the first time the cops showed up with cases of beer at my house.
Dolia lives a very different life from the life that I live.
I was like, wait,
what? It's never happened to me.
Hey, I would if I wasn't there, I wouldn't have believed it myself.
I believe it. I've seen enough to believe it. We are $66 away from that $28K that we're going for there.
$66.
66.
Who's gonna get a shout out next?
If 6 is your lucky number, that's a good time.
Who among you might put us over the big money threshold?
Somebody call Common 66 times.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
That's a very deep cut. That is a very, very deep cut. Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh man. So funny thing, we were trying to clear our hard drives and stuff around here, and what was revealed to me was a video I did not know existed of a performance I did in Fiji.
Ooh.
Like I don't know, at least 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Are you offering additional incentives for people who back the Kickstarter right now?
I'm not sure. I got to check on everybody involved in that video first before I do.
May I remind you also that you started a dance craze maybe in Pensacola, and maybe we could reward people once we reach a certain amount that they could get do the dolio.
Wait, I thought that was in. Why did I think that was at MIT? That was in Pensacola.
Yeah, it was recorded in Pensacola. Actually, myself and El Nino. Well, El Connors now. Back then he was known as El Nino.
Because he was still a Nino.
Right. But I wrote it while me and my pops was fishing. We was on the boat just out there, and there's a lot of waiting involved with fishing. So I wrote it on a little notepad. We got back, cleaned the fish, went to the studio. Me and El chopped up a beat and did our thing.
I came back. A great sentence.
I came back. Right, cleaned the fish and then went to the studio.
Cleaned the fish, went to the studio. That's amazing.
I got back up to school and played it for the homies, and they was like, okay. And then I played it for some ladies, and they were like, we're gonna make up a dance. And that's how the Dolio girls came into play. And y'all met at least one or two of them.
Right. But I have not heard the Dolio yet. So
I've been trying to get my hands on a copy of it. Like the last copy I had of it was, I don't know, lost to the ether somewhere. But L may have the original sessions somewhere.
And even if he doesn't, you could just do it again. Make a the Dolio 2024. The new.
We did a remix
Dolio.
to that song too, but and it had horn section and everything.
Yes.
But the problem is both of those songs, like nowadays, would be very expensive to make because of the samples. We could probably do like interpolations of stuff. I don't know if it would have the same feel. But yeah, it was definitely.
If we just sent it to Kickstarter backers, nobody would know.
That's true.
That's true.
All right. So maybe me and El gonna have to have a conversation. We have to recreate it from scratch.
We still haven't sent out the awesome cover yet either. That's still a thing.
Right. There's a song that we covered that has not been put out that we think folks would be pretty excited about, and that's going to be something that we release to the backers of the Kickstarter. So you folks are going to want to get on that. If you haven't backed the project yet, hop on over.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good record too, because like it was one of those it was verses. It was a verse that I forgot I wrote. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I wrote that.
Yeah, it's really there's so much stuff that's unheard. I think about all the different artists around, and for all the music that you hear that comes out publicly, like how much never came out, how much is still sitting in their back pocket waiting for something, or just didn't come out for some reason, a sample, or an artist that they're no longer working with, or
an executive.
Yes, exactly. Some kind
holds
of
up
nefarious
an entire
record
album.
Company. And remember, it does happen. It does.
It happens
you've
way
seen
more often than people know, and we all know because we've all been party to those situations. You don't understand. There's so much dope music that we recorded that y'all have not heard. That we just gotta wait till somebody pulls the trigger on it.
Yep. Yep, that's right.
Gen 424242 is gonna try to guess what the cover is. What? I thought wait, somebody got tipped off here. We have a leak, folks.
Uh-oh.
We have
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Somebody's going to get murked and taken out on a boat.
You know, I will say, okay, wait, no. I will say, I'm gonna say, I think this just shows what a huge fan Jen is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to say one time, you know, when we were doing the individual streaming back during the lockdowns, I was just going to say I played it on one Twitch broadcast.
You did
way back in the day.
Yes. That's what it is.
Yes, that's what it is. So shout out to Jen for being the real deal.
It pays to watch our streams.
The real deal. That's right. Now here's the thing though. Jen only said it in the Twitch. So the people in the Facebook and the people on the YouTube still do that now. Yes.
By the way, I want to.
It was memorable. I love it too, Jen.
For proving that it wasn't me, because I'll be slipping. I'm not even gonna lie.
I never slipped. You know why?
Because if you slip, then you're slipping.
That's right.
Oh yeah, you guys were speaking of slipping. Wrench is not going to slip because he has shoes. Many shoes.
Yeah. Can we do a little show and tell?
You can do a little show and tell.
All right, I'll be right back.
I'll show mine while you do your. Ooh.
What
fancy.
Kind of a fancy slipper situation?
To keep me from slipping.
Why do they call it a slipper if it keeps you from slipping?
Because you slip them on your foot. Nowadays they call them slides. I'm old school like that.
Slide.
I'm old school like pop, lock, and backspin.
Slide.
All right,
Why don't you slide?
Here's what I want to show you folks. Now, the band has seen these before, but I want to show the folks on the stream some of my favorites, because these are the strawberries and chocolate.
Those are Neapolitan Jones.
And the Velcro at the top has writing in it.
What?
One shoe says "Be the strawberry," and the other shoe says "To my chocolate." I mean,
I didn't know about the writing on it.
Come on, bro.
You just sprung that on us. It got sprung.
All right, here's one I haven't taken outside yet. Is these guys?
Ooh.
Jolio's eyes like bugged out of his head right there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know I'm an Adidas head, so
yeah.
That is butter.
Those are delicious.
That is buttery. Yep.
See, I need a neutral pair of Adidas like that. So I have this red Adidas Sixers jacket, and the only sneakers I have to wear with it are Nikes, and I can't do that. Like, I cannot walk out of my house wearing an Adidas jacket with Nike sneakers. Like,
you gotta do it.
First of all,
why not?
You can do it. You could do it.
Corporations
one
for the
day
win.
of the year. You could do it on Sean Price's birthday.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Here's some that I just recently started taking out.
Oh yeah,
nice.
It's a nice green.
Oh,
here
dude.
with the gray and white.
That shit with a fucking Eagles jersey. Stop it.
Is that like
Stop it.
darker green streak as soft and like suede as it looks?
It's actually kind of like not alligator skinny, but it's like leathery.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right.
You mean you weren't gonna buy any like gold metallic clown shoes?
Nope.
For $400.
No plans to ever touch those in my life.
Oh my gosh. Those are like, the thing is that even if it weren't attached to a lunatic, they are hideous. They're just ugly shoes, dude.
Somebody called them the Homelander ones.
The Homelander ones, what I call the January. I was gonna call the January Sixers.
I saw somebody, they posted, they were like, I tried to hoop in these, but I kept getting charges.
Yeah. I'm gonna get one more thing, which is a box that I haven't opened yet, and we'll do an unboxing.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been holding off on sneakers till we get back out to Amsterdam. But I am sick and tired of the internet showing me dope sneakers.
It really is.
And I think my social media platforms have assumptions about my net worth that are drastically overestimated. Because they're showing me, I'm like, oh, these are some dope sneakers. And then I go in and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, man, what are you, crazy?
I'm like, no.
Okay, the
All right.
unboxing.
This is brand new package. Let's see what's in here.
Wait a minute. What is...
All right, it's going to be some Pumas.
Oh boy.
Some new Pumas.
Oh,
Never
Snapple.
opened before. I forgot how fresh these are. Okay.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh.
It's a light tan.
Lovely.
Oh, those are delicious.
Let me see the bottom.
Yeah. I like the bottoms. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, those are
Yeah.
fabulous.
Are you getting a sense that Wrench has his taste run in a certain way?
Yeah,
I feel like that was very
lane.
thematic.
Yeah.
Those shits are fantastic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Those are fantastic. Holy shit. I mean, I would say that I'm jealous, but no, I'm definitely jealous. That's fine.
So I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking I might step my sneaker game up. Not really stepping it up. It's more like break some of these things out of the boxes that have been sitting because during like most of us a lot of folks I know in the pandemic ended up copping sneaks during lockdown.
Yeah, to go nowhere.
To go nowhere. It was like, man, I'm a rock.
You gonna look good in the kitchen,
you
boy.
get ready to walk out the house and you're like, it's still poison outside? Man, let me go. But I'm like,
these are fresh new shoes. I just want to go out and dance and have some fun. Okay, let's go outside. Okay, that's on fire, and I'm gonna go back in.
Yeah, man.
Look real good in the kitchen, boy. Woo-wee.
But I don't know. I kind of feel like when we drop this album, I feel like I need to snazz it up a little bit, man. I think because we're doing some sexy records, I might start wearing vests. For no reason, just a vest. I wear a shirt.
Vests on GP.
Now,
just that Neil deGrasse Tyson vest.
Right. I don't know. I can't remember what kind of vest he wears. Is it a button up or like a vest?
It's got a few. It's got a few buttons, and then it's got lots of like stars and planets on it.
Ooh, maybe if it looked right. Yeah, I'm start rocking vests. There we go.
Yeah.
Match the vest to the sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough for all that.
Yeah, but I'll wear a shirt with the vest though. Back in the day, my younger years, I was a little more country than these city folks were used to it. And they'd be like, "You wearing a sweater vest with no shirt underneath?" I'm like, "Wait, y'all don't do that up here?"
I love vests. I already recently started wearing them again because it's really hard to find like vests for like women's suit vests. And I noticed that for this spring, I'm starting to see some, which means this is the time. Yep.
Oh,
yeah. I've been asking for years.
Yeah,
exactly. Every spring I go in and I'm like, I'm looking for vests like women, like sort of a longer cut, and they're just like, yeah, no, we don't have that. But this year they're out there, so for the next 10 months, I will just be scooping those up wherever I see them because I don't expect them to stay around long. Yeah.
We're still looking for another person to jump in on this Kickstarter and get us to 28K. We will shout out your name and celebrate you. I showed you my shoes.
What more do you
Come
people
on.
want?
What more do you want?
And Sleeves, do you have a prompt for us to
Sure.
get us in the home stretch?
Sure. Let's see what we got here. How about I've got what's your favorite venue or a funny thing that happened on the road?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my favorite venue. Come on, the favorite venue is always going to be the same. Purple Fiddle.
Yeah.
Purple Fiddle, yeah. Purple Fiddle, actually, yeah.
Purple Fiddle, Thomas, West Virginia.
Yeah, for everybody watching, that's up in the mountains, Thomas, West Virginia, just a little old mining town. People come from across the mountain and they get down, and it's a good time. Yeah. And it's an awesome little town too.
It's good. It's going from it's a ski area. What's that town right over the hill there?
Davis.
I didn't even know nothing about the skiing out there.
Oh, and you're the like Canaan,
Davis, Thomas, all that stuff is like a ski area. There's a really nice walking, like hiking area over there, where like some falls and stuff. That's pretty cool. I think it's Blackwater Falls, which is hilarious to me. And yeah, it's a really nice area, and the town of Thomas is like, I don't know, 14 minutes long.
Yeah. It's got one. It's like one of those one street towns where you just one street in, one street out. There's one way, and like
one street, no cops.
The cop. Notice I say the cop.
The cop. Yep.
He does a drive-through like once a day.
Yeah.
Everything good? Okay, keep going.
It's the police officer from Davis.
Right.
That comes over to Thomas and drives by, and everything's cool. So then he goes back to Davis.
Right.
How about that would be the greatest. That would be the find of all find. What? A Thomas PD patch. Holy shit!
I think you'd have to make that yourself.
Yeah, you have to have that made.
We got to go to Davis.
Yes.
You know what? All right, that's the goal for next time we're up there. I'm stopping in the Davis Police Department. Like, excuse me, I need a patch.
Man.
I had somebody ask me about that. They're like, "Why are you collecting police patches?" I'm like, "Well, several reasons. One, my dad was a cop, so it's just my way of sort of representing for him. Two, a lot of times they look really fucking cool. Like, there's a lot, sure, but a lot of times they just look really damn cool. And the other reason is I'm trying to create a bit of a dichotomy on my jacket. So like the first one I did was the my Harlan. We got the patches from Harlan, Kentucky, from their police department. And so I have that on one arm of my jacket, and then I have like a Black Panther Party patch on the other.
Just balling.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Like,
he's got both. He's representing for both the Dossler brothers.
Yeah, right.
Was it Adi and Rudolph?
Ridiculous. Oh, dude, those gray ones are disgusting.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
actually,
man.
I have a close second. Well, second and third, because really the second is all really just Scotland in general. But in Chira,
yeah, it's like awesome on an other end of the spectrum from Thomas, West Virginia.
Yes.
It really is, because in Shira,
well, they're both kind of isolated and in the hills.
It's probably bigger than Thomas, West Virginia.
Yeah, that's right.
It's probably at least the same size.
Yeah,
because it is an actual Scottish estate.
It's like
they have
it's Narnia.
Highland cattle. They have a herd of Highland cattle
on
the land. The
Healing
Qs.
and they look like fantastical beasts.
Yeah,
Because it's
they
like
really do.
Amazing.
like beautiful ones.
Yeah,
too.
I'd be willing to bet it would take you as much time to walk the entire grounds of Inshira as it would to take you to walk the entirety of Thomas, West Virginia.
You'd probably be walking around in Chira more for longer. You
Yeah,
get
probably.
stuck in that. You get stuck in that secret garden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
The Narnia garden. I mean, it's like it's wild. And the greenhouse.
Yeah, that the whole place is just like, wait, what? This is a real place? Get out of here.
You wake up in the morning, you have to go over to the mansion for the breakfast and the fancy ass rooms.
They made us
time I ever had
vegan haggis. Yes, vegan haggis.
I was like, all right, I'll take the sample, but put the real thing next to it.
I loved the vegan haggis. That was so great. It was made out of like nuts and stuff. It was so good.
Yeah, vegan haggis is the least a thing that there ever was. No, that's not a thing. I appreciate it trying to exist.
It's come on, it's all the goodness of haggis with none of the intestine. How is this not a total win?
Haggis.
And also, how are we not going to
go? It's not intestine. It's lungs and like the other innards and stuff.
Okay, but how are we not going to call it Vegas?
It's cooked in the stomach.
This makes my argument stronger.
Can we at least agree that it should be called Vegas?
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
All right.
Vegas.
It's like the idea of vegan chitlins. Like, no, that's not a thing. It's not a thing.
I'm not eating chitlins of any kind.
Me neither. But still, like no. Vegan chitlins are made from rope. No, it's not it's not a thing. It is not a thing.
Pick it out of jackfruit.
Yeah, like, no, that's not a thing. What are you talking about? No. The thing that makes chitterling a chitterling is that it's made out of colons.
Yeah. So we got
you got to admit that vegan cheesesteak I made for you that time.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that was great. The vegan cheesesteak was completely outstanding.
Yeah. So we got asked what our favorite venue was, and we ended up talking about vegetarian cheesesteak. So that's what happens. It happens.
Shout out to the Bijou Theater.
Hill Country.
Hill Country, good food. Bijou Theater, awesome old theater.
And a special RIP to Sweet Nola's.
Oh.
Yeah. Sweet Nola's, man. Sweet Nola's. That was a moment in time.
Some of the best times in life.
It was. Yo, shout out to Cheryl. Yo,
Brian, we love you guys.
Brian, I got your lighter right here, Brian. Still.
Nice.
It's handy, I have my cigars because Brian and I, when he noticed that I like my stogies, we started trading. But yeah, Cheryl is so amazing, man. To this day, there's very few people that can make me cry tears of joy just from their food, and that's Cheryl. Actually, here it is. Here's Brian's lighter right here.
Aww.
If I can get it into the picture. It don't want to show.
It's that special.
It's that special.
It's that magical that it doesn't even show up on camera.
It doesn't show up on camera.
Does that make it a vampire lighter? Like, does it have other things?
If I hold it up to my chest.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's what you got to do.
Nice. What was the other question? It was favorite venues and funniest moments. Jesus Christ. I can't even.
Canadian coal mine.
No, we're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that, but it's.
I want to talk about ice in Denmark. No, what was it in the Czech Republic and in Netherlands?
Ice?
Where they don't put ice into beverages. There's no place that you go that you can be like, I'd like to get that with ice in it, because they just look at you, they just stare at you. And I was like, what is going on?
It's like, it's like, I know you have ice. You put
and then
there was
a train that we took, and they had a little cart, like a little beverage cart that came by, and people were getting water and stuff. And I said, can I also have a cup of ice? And she looked at me and she said, for what?
For what?
Like, it was the weirdest thing she'd ever heard of. But then here's the thing that topped it all off was at the hotel in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, there was that like bar at the bottom of the hotel, and they had food and stuff too, and they had tea on the menu. So I was like, can I get it as an iced tea? And they're like, how do you do that? And I tried to describe it to them, but she went away. And a few minutes later, this is what she came back with. It was a glass of ice water that had been ice water and had a tea bag put into the ice water.
She tried though. She tried.
She tried. That's the great part. That's the great part.
She tried.
Yeah. Let's see. Funniest moment. Also the Czech Republic. I am afraid of you.
Oh yes, that situation. That was hilarious.
So we're on our way to.
This is on the way there, on the way back.
Skulls. We're on the way there. We're on our way to visit the Church of Skulls in the Czech Republic.
Krasny Sedlik.
Me, Dolio, Wrench, Dan, and John.
Oh yeah, John was with us too.
Yeah, John was with us there. We get on the train, and it was like a 6-seat like little room thing, and there was a girl already in there, and so we sit down, and she's just kind of just sitting there in the corner, and we start talking about
trading places.
Trading places where they're on the train. And we're going on, doing all the
started doing the little singing part.
Yeah, we started singing all kinds of stuff.
Started singing and stuff, and then she was like,
she just gets up and starts walking out, stops, turns around and looks at us, and she's like, I just wanted to know that I'm leaving because I am afraid of you, and walked out the door.
You got to appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot for that to top that.
Right.
On so many levels.
It's definitely something you can appreciate as a parent.
Yeah, dude, I was so proud of her.
You were like, yo, I would like for my child to be that aware, to be like, I don't know what this is, but I'm leaving.
I don't need to be a part of it. Like, her stranger danger game was up.
Right. I mean, obviously we were like it was obviously something she had never seen before.
Yeah.
Or at least not in person. And then that, and the other thing is that, a thing that people are usually surprised to see. We are not small dudes.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And when you see like all of us in one place, it's like, okay, am I about to give
what? Like, I've seen Taken. I'm not gonna be in.
It was like,
we did it, folks. We did it, and it's thanks to Mama Sleeves. We are now over the top.
Sleeves,
Mama Sleeves, you are the best.
28K, 28K. Give it up, Mama Sleeves. Hey,
Mama Sleeves forever.
And that's a big deal, because Mama Sleeves knows that I will give her whatever she wants.
Yeah.
It's like, she does not have to support a Kickstarter.
Purely out of love.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that.
Now, this is not one of the gifts that we have for this, but Mama Sleeves gets muffins now.
Amazing. Well, thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Lovely to
awesome.
see you
28.
all and spend Tuesday evening for you. So we hit tonight's goal, but please keep it going. We got 2 weeks left on this Kickstarter, and we want to send it through the roof, and we want to send the message that this is music that people do care about, right? That it's music that transcends boundaries. It's music that gets gets everybody right here.
Mm-hmm. So tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your mama.
Gangstagrass is for the kids.
That's right. Oh, snap. Sorry. Because Aaron in Facebook mentioned Canada, and it just reminded me, yes, one of my other favorite situations is what we call the Canadian workshops.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, those are sweet.
So everywhere we did that was awesome.
Yeah,
Shout out to Canada.
To be specific, that's when we get put on stage with another band or two also on the stage, and they just see what happens. And one of the highlights was when we were doing one of those, and we had the other band on stage, and Arson pointed out that they had so many instruments on stage around them that they were like more instruments than anything. And so we were like, well, we could have more instruments if we played some stuff. And so I'm like, I can play the set list. And so I picked up the set list and I started using it as a whistle.
Yes!
And then somebody picked up a binder that they had and started
I forgot about that one, yeah.
Somehow it turned into a cover of Faith by George Michael on the spot.
Oh my God, it really did. Holy shit, I forgot about that one. Yeah, man.
But it sounds like Aaron is specifically talking about Canada.
Hillside.
And Hillside. The Blackout was awesome.
Oh, that was nuts.
You can see that on YouTube.
Oh man.
The video.
That's on YouTube?
Yeah, I took the video. There's even the part where the drums get revealed from under the tarp.
Ah, snap.
Yeah, that's on.
I did not see the video.
It's on the Gangstagrass YouTube channel. I believe that's correct. I've seen it come up in my feed, so it is public. YouTube.com/Gangstagrass. Yeah, you got something to watch tomorrow.
Before we go, the one for me was the Calgary joint with us, Cadence Weapon, Devin Go Fill In, and Begonia. Yo, that thing was bonkers, cuz. Holy.
That was so nice. That was so hyped that I was like, and I still feel this way. I feel like all of us need to get in the lab.
That should be a tour. That should be a
thing.
tour, dude. Like, can you imagine that? That thing would be like bonkers, cuz.
It'll be like the Gangstagrass sets, but ×4.
Oh my God, that shit was so bonkers. Shout out to the Plank Stompers. Yeah, man.
Yo.
Yes, indeed.
Miss y'all guys.
It's facts. Fact.
So good night, folks.
Y'all be cool. Thank you very much for all your support.
Yeah, we love you.
Gangstagrass in the house. Make sure y'all come through and definitely check that Kickstarter out. We're, like we said, it's only gonna get bigger and better. There's all sorts of things. When are we doing the title reveal at 30?
Let's see. Make it worth our while, folks.
We'll see.
Let's see.
Yeah, you listen. Anyway, we out. Gangstagrass home. Peace.
Bye, y'all.